Cheers and welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, we're brewing one of the new brew kits, but guest brewer?
Yeah, I'm a brewer.
Yeah, you may have seen Drew before on many of the videos here at Bitter Reality Brewing. Do you know that I've been brewing for a very long time and he's been enjoying my beer for a very long time? And you know how many times he's helped me brew beer? Zero. So I figured I'd start him off with baby steps. We're gonna do the easiest brew ever. And I haven't even opened it. He's kind of peeked in it. I haven't even opened the beer kit. He's already peeking in, taking a look. We're gonna brew. What are we gonna brew, Drew? I gave Drew 4 choices and I already knew what he was gonna pick.
I immediately picked it out of the 4, but we're gonna brew a German Helles.
Yes, and it's one of the new kits from iGulu. They got 4 new kits. I mentioned that in another video, but yeah, it's a German Helles, and he's gonna brew it. That's right, which ferment and serve. But it's easy. It's gonna taste amazing. I know it will. This is a different kit. At least the packaging's all different. What's in it? It says yeast, CBW. It's got Pilsner,
malted
light.
barley, water.
Yeah, we're gonna open it up. We'll tell you what's in it. Go ahead and dump it out.
Okay.
So we have the water here, already ready to go. You're gonna need 100, and was it 15 or 16? 116 ounces of either spring water, or you can email me, Mike at Bitter Reality Brewing. I'll help you with brewing salts, and you can do brewing salts with distilled or deionized. Don't use tap water that has bleach or chloramine or chlorine or any of that crap in it. Don't even worry about it. Just don't use it. You want good beer, use good water. Water is the majority of the beer. Okay. You got more stuff in there.
I know, yeah. I'm sorry, I was looking through the ingredient list. So a lot more stuff in here.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 1 pound of light dry Pilsen, which is a Pilsner
light.
malt.
Okay.
So we have 1 pound.
We've got some dry lager yeast.
Ooh, we have 2 packets of dry lager yeast. And I had been told before, 1 packet will do it, but you really need to oxygenate it, and it might not be enough, especially under pressure fermentation. So we have 2.
We have hops extract. We have 2 of the Herzbrucker, and we have 1 of the 15.
Ah, okay. So we have a.
I don't know what that is.
I call the 15, which is like this, kind of the IBUs. It's probably going to say 15 to 20, and then he's got 2 of those, which are the aroma hops, and they're going to help give it a little aroma. And it says 15. It says the IBUs are between 15 and 20. Like I said, ABV should be between 5 to 5.5. Yeah, and we got an RFID card, which is how Drew's gonna brew. He's just gonna swipe it and tell it how to brew. That's it. It's gonna be super, super simple. So, without further ado, grab yourself some paper towels. I'm gonna spray your hands down with chemicals and I'll let you dry them off.
Oh no.
Washed his hands. He's actually kind of a clean phobe, so yeah, he cleans himself a lot, and he's always trying to make sure he's clean, washes his hands. When he was a little kid, his hands used to bleed. He washed them so much.
I hope there's no star sign on my shirt.
No, but it won't bleach your shirt.
Okay.
My razor blade's pretty clean, but I want to make sure.
Just dry it off. Good.
Yeah, that's all. It's all good. Okay, so we're ready. We're gonna brew. Now, let me read the instructions because I think it's changed a little bit. Yeah, they made the instructions so tiny that unless you're under the age of 50, you can't read it.
Well, I'm brewing. How about I read it?
Yeah, why don't you read it? Because I can't see anything. It's so tiny.
All right, how to use. Prepare a clean iGulu keg and add purified water up to 160.
Well, you missed instructions. Right? Whip out the magnifying glass.
Okay, well. For eyes that work, drip the hop extract into the water and stir well. So we're doing...
so the first is the dry hop.
This?
Did it say dry hop or hop?
It just says hop extract.
Oh, these are all hop extracts. So you're gonna put all 3 of these in, and they have tears, so you don't even have to, you just push down to make sure there's no liquid in the top.
Okay.
In the very top, you can see the little tear right up here.
little tab, yeah.
And then also sometimes stuff gets up in that bump. You just wanna push down with your fingernail. Just make sure that the bump is empty so when you tear it, you won't have liquid leaking out. So do 1 at a time, squeeze it into the thing. Do the bittering hop first, because I think that one's kind of brown.
I understand now. Okay, so the 15 first.
Yes, and squeeze that top down so you don't have any liquid in it. There you go, and then there's tear, and then you'll just squeeze it all out. Kind of like this one's, it's a little brown. It's kind of like a ketchup container at a fast food.
A little bit, a little easier to open. So.
Or mayonnaise, because you got to squeeze it out, it just doesn't come out. A little thicker, a little more consistent.
That's as good as I can get, right?
That's fine, yeah, you're good. If you want to taste it,
I'm good.
it's very bitter.
Don't need that.
Very, very bitter. Now this is aroma. This is going to make the smell. Can give you some nice aroma.
This is our Herzbrucker.
Herzbrucker, or Hallertau Herzbrucker. I actually used that recently in an alt beer. It's still finishing out right now. It's almost done fermenting. Same thing, get it all out of there, as much as you can. There you go. And do the next one. Ooh, it's got a nice aroma. It smells like hops.
Yeah.
I don't have it on my finger, but I could smell it from the tip. You can smell it off that if you want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This one is-
nice aroma of hops. You know what I should do? I should find where they buy these, buy a bunch of them, and put one in my wash machine. So that way when the clothes get dry, my wife can't stand the smell of hops. I would be
I
like,
don't know about
I would sleep in heaven. She'd be like, what the hell is that
think Mom
odor?
would appreciate
What's
that.
that smell? Yeah, I'm kind of like that. I like to mess with people. So
Okay.
the more I like you, the more I mess with you.
Next is the malt extract. Is that
Okay,
this?
that's the malt extract. You need a razor blade to tear it open. Yeah, shake it. This is like powdered sugar. It will get on anything, stick to anything. So you need to be super careful and pour it very slow. Okay.
Hold on, I think I might put this here in the
So you
corner.
got the majority.
Yeah.
Trust me, trust me.
Yeah, razor blade knife.
Yeah, we'll go up, and then we'll go across. That way there's nothing hanging off. Pour it as slow as you can because it will make a mess. It is like powdered sugar.
Ooh, okay, yep.
Yeah, I told you, it is powdery. Take your time, it's all good.
It's like art sand.
Otherwise it splashes everywhere. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like art sand in the water where you get the sand doing
Yeah.
weird things in the water. I can't remember what kind of sand they call that where it doesn't stick to water. It looks like this came from Wisconsin. It's not where the malts came from, though. That's where they made the dry malt by taking malts and
Cool.
malting them and drying them out and everything else. Okay, now you've seen some of the people with the iGulu shaking that. I know. Everybody's like, I don't want to use the straw.
We were supposed to stir it when we added the hops.
Oops, no, we're fine. Okay, everybody's like, I don't want to use the straw, which is the dip tube, okay? I have a method to my madness. The reason, and you can shake it all day long. The reason I don't want to shake it is because I'm going to end up with a little bit of malt extract on the top underneath the lid.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. Why would we stir it twice when we can just stir it this step?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it says stir
It
twice.
says stir it here, and then stir it here. But I don't think it matters.
Just stir when you get everything in there. And don't worry.
Except the yeast.
Yeah, you put
Except
the yeast in
yeast.
last. But I'm going to end up with malt up here. And what's going to happen, it's going to dry up, get clunky, nasty. It's going to sit in there for like over a week. And then I'm going to drink it, and I'm going to still have,
Yeah,
goopy.
it's gonna be weird.
I don't want to clean that up later. So this is going to stay relatively clean because he's going to stir it instead of shake it. So I have a method to my madness. I know
Yeah, stir.
several home brewers are like, just shake it. Don't use the straw.
I take my beer stirred, not shaken.
Yeah. So James Bond stirred,
Yeah.
not shaken. Martinis, from my understanding, are supposed to be stirred, not shaken, because otherwise it waters them down. You need me to stir? You can stir a little faster. Just don't drop the straw is the key. You have to
Try to get down there into like the bulk of it.
No, don't worry. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to get the majority of the clumps of the malt to kind of dissolve a little. You don't want it to be in a big clump. In a perfect world, you'd be stirring as you're pouring the malt in, but it's a very small hole, and it'd be a pain in the butt.
Very difficult.
You know what would be the best, and I should have brought it out here. We should have used it. I have a blender.
Emulsifier?
It's a blender with a stir piece on the end. I could have just stuck it in there and gone, yeah, it would have oxygenated it great. The yeast would have been super happy, and it would have just grown and repopulated, been like ultimately healthy. That's pretty good. It doesn't have to be crazy.
Okay.
Okay, now we don't want this to get dirty. So, and we need you to put your yeast in. So I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna set it on the clean paper towel we have over here. And you should just tear and sprinkle it. The key is you don't want it to clump on top of it. You want to sprinkle it and spread it out as much as you can. If it clumps a little, don't freak out. It's all fine.
It tears from the top, just a heads up.
No, the
Or
top
this-
at an angle.
It looks like the tab is there, unless I'm crazy.
Want another razor blade?
Oh, wait, no. Bottom.
Okay.
I found it.
And this is a dry yeast. Okay, I said don't pour it on top of itself, but that's okay. I said don't worry, it's fine.
What am I supposed to do?
It's fine. It's fine. You're supposed to spread it out.
I got this to
Close
work with.
enough. It's close enough. It's a small opening. It's all good. And it says add both at the same time, probably. Lagers usually take about twice as much yeast
Yeah,
as
it
ales.
just says sprinkle it in.
Okay, go for
Let
it.
it rip.
I feel like this is way too much yeast, but that's okay. It's always better to overpitch than underpitch. We'll wait until another future video and maybe we'll do a test and only underpitch and see how it goes. But underpitching can also generate all flavors, good and bad.
Try to.
I don't think you're not going to. You're not going to. It's all good.
No, it's all over there. Okay.
It's okay. It's all good.
It all goes to the same place.
It'll
right?
start absorbing the moisture. It'll soak in. Okay. So I'm going to help him out a little bit. We're going to take the straw.
Yeah. Then lastly, you seal the fermentation tank and put it in the machine.
Okay. They made something new. Supposedly this has got a lower PRV. I haven't tested it, so I don't know. But the other thing they did, they cut away 2 sections of the lid so you can get your fingers under and pull it up.
So using the tool.
We just saw it and we're like, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, and I'm going over here because I don't want the yeast to get stuck inside the straw.
Yeah.
That would be weird. Yeah, try not to get yeast up inside the straw. Okay, this, and I've shown people before, and I don't know if I've shown you, Drew, but it has a lip. Right here. See that little lip?
Yeah.
So what happens is it's got a hook. So when you put it on here and you're pushing in a downward motion, if it won't go on, that means you didn't put the lid all the way down.
Okay.
And when the lid pushes up, you won't be able to open this even when you unlock it because the lid's being pushed up and it's catching.
By the lip, okay.
Yeah, it's a safety feature. Kind of cool safety feature because I didn't notice it right away. And it should spin nice and easily. Okay, so what do you gotta do now?
Put it in the machine.
Put it in the machine. So he's gonna put it in here. I'm gonna turn it so you all can see it. He's just gonna set it in there. Nothing special. You just pick it up.
I don't like picking it up by the lid.
You're fine.
Okay.
It won't fall. It's all good. Okay. We don't have to put this on right away. This is the CO2.
Yeah.
And we don't have any CO2, but it will read the pressure. And I wanna see the pressure.
Okay.
So we're gonna hook it on. We're gonna put that on there.
I'll just snap it on, okay.
It'll detect. It'll just tell us how much back pressure we have, which is nice. We've cleaned this already. This is the dip tube. There's 2 keys for the dip tube that I screwed up on several occasions. So we're gonna make sure Drew doesn't screw up. You kind of make sure this is kind of close. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna clamp it all the way off. That way when we put it in, we don't have beer shooting out.
Doesn't backfill out. Yeah.
I've done it. On this, it's got an orange thing. If you pre-production, you didn't have an orange. The orange is a guide to tell you how far you're in. It won't go in unless you open it because there's a clamp inside. You push it down all the way. Now your beer is gonna flow through this food grade tube, but on production units, this is stainless. It can pop off. I'm not gonna do it with the tube in it, but you can pop it off and you can clean it separately.
Okay.
It's got a little grommet on it. Now we lay this down, we snap it in. I'm gonna let Drew do the rest. I'm just doing a little bit of mechanical stuff so he doesn't have to worry about
I'd
it.
rather not leak in your garage. So.
You know he'll be back to be drinking this too.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm ready, is it done? Okay, we're gonna close it up.
Okay.
And he's gonna come around and we're gonna activate it with an RFID. It's gonna be like stupid simple.
Yeah, connect everything and then you just initiate the process and scan the RFID. Okay.
Yep. So
I come around here?
we'll put this up really close so everybody can see you. Yeah, actually you can do it from there. RFID detection should be like right here.
On the side here?
On the side. And it comes with a sticker. We can put it on there, but I know it's there.
Do I just scan it?
Just scan it. Up and down. Okay, it's not scanning. Try it on the G. Maybe I was wrong.
Oh, it's labeled now up here.
Oh, it does. Okay, it's been a little bit. There it goes. So I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It says German Helles.
Yeah.
And you say
Next.
Next. And it says it's going to ferment at 10 days for 57 Fahrenheit, 5 days at 60 Fahrenheit.
1 day at 35.
Wow. And then, so it's going to go for 15 days. So it's going to lager. When a lager takes a while to ferment properly. 1 day at 35, and then it's going to go 4 days at 35. So I guess it's a cold crash, and then that's weird.
That is weird.
It should just say 6 days. It's all good. We'll say brew.
That's it?
It's currently at 0.07 psi because we kind of stirred it up a little. It's got 20 days, and it's at 71 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's cooling. Yes, Drew, that's it.
That's it, okay.
You brewed beer.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't do the boil and the mash and all these crazy things, but you got to start somewhere.
Okay. All right.
And being easy is good because he wants to go home. He's had dinner, he's had some beer samples. He's like, I'm good. And Dad gave me some more beer to take home, so I got to go. I got to call some friends, hang out a little bit.
I feel like a certified reboot. What is it? This was like crap.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, whatever. We'll go with that. He can't remember it. I can't remember it.
Certified reboot associate professional.
Reboot associate. We rebooted it. But yeah, iGulu, German Helles, new kit. On a production, it's a black iGulu system. Got a cool little rubber mat here. It's It's gonna take 20 days total. Technically, it'll be done in 16 because it'll be cold crashed. It'll have some more cold, but the key is you'll be back for the taste testing.
Heck yeah, well, it's Hellas.
Hey, don't forget, like, subscribe. I appreciate you. Oh, and I forgot to mention, hopefully I'll put it in text in the beginning of the video, but if you want to see the most amazing deal on an iGulu, I mean the most amazing deal, go to iGulu.com, not saying buy one, put one in your cart. Go to checkout, put Bitter Reality Brewing. Yeah, that's a deal. I'm telling you what, that's an amazing deal, especially if you're either new to beer brewing, you're just curious, you want to do some kits, or you want to follow along where we're doing the all grains, or I'm doing the all grains, he's taste testing. Or if you're hardcore into beer brewing and you just like to experiment. I mean, I love experimenting. So we got a lot of experiments coming. I haven't even told you about, just bought a bunch of cool stuff. Cheers.
Cheers.